Hi, everybody. I'm Deacon Dave.
I'm layperson Lisa.
Welcome to the Deacon Dave and Layperson Lisa show, take 2, because
We had an excellent episode we thought recorded.
Actually, I thought it was one of our better episodes, but
what are you talking about? They're all good.
No, but I thought this was a better of the good.
Well, Deacon Dave, why don't you start off by showing everybody what page we're on?
Okay, page 45, episode 8. Okay, and the title for this is, What Does It Mean to Be a Religion of the Word?
And I think you have some wisdom from Pope Benedict to share with us.
The 16th, yes.
The 16th.
Here's the quote in the book. It says, Being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but the encounter with an event, a person, which gives life a new horizon and a decisive direction. Okay, so like we just talked about in the question from the last episode, if we are truly in relationship with Jesus, then we are going to see new horizons in our life, and the Lord, over whatever time He feels like, will give us some decisive direction when He's ready.
Yes, exactly.
So the author talks about the fact that Christ did not come to abolish religion. Okay, He did establish the church with His promise to Peter that on this rock I will build my church.
Yes.
And we are called, Lisa, to be in right relationship with God by accepting the divinity of Jesus and living out His moral teachings.
Yes. And the church plays a crucial role as a living manifestation of that relationship.
Yeah, we have to remember that Jesus is present through the church and through us who are His body. And we can often, and I saw this and we talked about this in the retreat today, we can often treat Jesus as if He's dead and gone. But the reality of it is He is very much still alive on this earth, and especially through the church, which is the body of Christ. We have to live as a redeemed people. As a resurrected people.
Not in the tomb.
Yeah, and in the episode that got deleted, I'll just go ahead and repeat the story. So
yes.
I mean,
this
look, we have to be in a relationship, first of all, Lisa, with God and with one another.
Yes.
And we have to remember, as God said in Matthew 28, that He is with us always to the close of the age.
Right.
But if we are going to live as people who are resurrected and redeemed by Jesus, then we need to participate in the ongoing mission of Christ in everything that He's calling us to do. And recently, I've been asking people to do things, and I keep hearing no. And I looked at some people yesterday when they said that, and I said, do you know what I hear when I keep asking everybody to do things? I hear no. And I think it was a little bit sobering. What they're going to do with it, I don't know. But I think so often our answer as members of the body of Christ is that we're too busy and that we have other priorities. And, you know, just because somebody's asking you to do something, there are different levels of commitment.
Yeah.
Right? But your first answer is like, no. I mean, it's not even like, oh, that's really interesting. I'd like to learn more about that and what you think the Lord.
Or let me think about it.
No, I don't want to hear that either, Lisa. I actually want people to take an interest. I mean, because like if I'm taking the time to ask you, then the Lord has maybe already prompted me to ask them.
Yeah.
And so it would just be super wonderful if people would step up.
Right.
Because we can make everything else a priority, but God should be our ultimate priority,
right,
and bringing other people to them. I mean, we need to be stewards of everything He's given us, and we need to return everything in service that He has given us, Lisa.
Right, because so stewardship is that everything comes from God, all our gifts and our blessings, and that we're called to return those back and continue
the same way
to
we
give them
found
away.
them, if not better.
Yes, we're called to just continuously empty out and give back.
Yeah, you just made me think of something. So like, you know, the parable of the talents, right?
Yes.
And so you have the different, and the guy with the single talent, he buried it.
Right.
So when we continue to say no because of busyness or other things, and I'm not saying there aren't valid things, don't go over the deep end here, people. But I am saying that our first answer a lot of times is no. We're not even giving any consideration to how God might want to move and work through that so often. Okay, now there are a lot of people who do say yes, so don't get me wrong, but there have been a lot of no's lately. But if you bury that talent and you're not doing anything with the gifts that God has given you, especially when God is asking you, then you're that single talent.
They're not going to multiply.
Right.
Yeah.
This doesn't do any good.
And that's how we strengthen the body of Christ. We are His hands and feet. So we're called to say yes to Him and to continue to give away our gifts and our time and our talent and our treasure in order to strengthen the body of Christ.
Yeah, we can't build the church up if we're not doing
if nobody wants to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's a takeaway question. Are you doing your part to build up the body of Christ? I'm Deacon Dave.
I'm lay person Lisa.
That's who you are. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank God it was